All right, it is time to get started. Welcome everybody to tonight's webinar. I'm Markus Heitkoetter, and I'm glad that you could join me here tonight. Yeah, as you can see, I just have the charts up. I haven't prepared any fancy PowerPoint presentations. I just wanted to show you a strategy that I've been working on over the past few weeks while I was on vacation in Germany, and thought you might enjoy it. And I think the best thing to do it is showing it live on the charts. So while we have still a few people joining us here, let me just tell you what happened. And I was actually thinking whether I should bring up some pictures and show you. I mean, you probably saw the pictures that I sent out while I was in Germany. So here's what happened. I just returned from a 3-week vacation in Germany. So took the kids, visited friends and family, and had a great time. But I must honestly admit, I'm an addict when it comes to the market. So after 2 weeks of being away from the markets, I needed an excuse to actually trade again. So I tried really to stay away from the markets for 2 weeks, but what I did is, together with a friend in Germany, we organized a small workshop in Germany. So here's what we did. I said I'm coming to Germany, and after 2 weeks I probably need to get back into the markets, and asked Stefan if he could help me to organize a workshop. And Stefan said, yeah, absolutely, we can do this. So what we did, there's actually a really cool place in Germany I want to show you here. It's called the Trader Hotel. So there's a small little hotel in the middle of nowhere. Let me just show you. Oh yeah, I'm going to show this here in a minute. So here's the hotel. It's a very small one, and it's called Trader Hotel. So there are only 60 rooms in there, and people can come there and learn how to trade, and they have a really great setup. So let's see. Here we see the rooms. I hope that you can see it. So this is how the rooms look like. It's really pretty awesome. In fact, here's a picture. Yeah, that's the picture I wanted to show you. This is the picture from my room at this hotel. Anyhow, so we did a workshop there, and preparing for this workshop, I anyhow had an idea for a new strategy. And so I was looking at some charts, I was testing the strategy, I got really excited. Let me just get this out of the way so that we can look at the charts. Oops. I'm clicking the mouse here too quickly. Okay. So you know that I like to trade 4 strategies: the simple strategy, the ping-pong strategy, the Seahawk strategy, and the boomerang strategy. And recently we haven't been trading the ping-pong strategy. And also with the simple strategy, it seems that whenever we get a signal according to the simple strategy, that the market already stops and turns around. See, like where do we have a signal like this? Here we get the signal according to the simple pretty late, right? We will talk about the different strategies here in a minute. The sound is way low. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, I was actually away from the mic. Thanks for letting me know. So the sound is should be a little bit better now. All right. So I wanted to find a way to get into a trade rather early, maybe even before we get a signal according to the simple strategy. So what I want to show you here in the next few minutes is the strategy that I've been working on, and the strategy that I have been trading live. I have been testing extensively. I really got excited about this while I was in Germany and spent many hours in front of the computer, which I probably shouldn't have, but as said, I'm an addict, so it was fun to work with the strategy. And I was even was even taking a trade today according to the strategy that I want to show you. For those of you who are absolutely new to what I do, let me just give you the 5-minute rundown here of what you see on the charts, and then we'll talk about the strategy. Does this sound good? Okay. So the markets that I personally like to watch and trade is in the upper left, the E-mini S&P. Right now here in the middle right, there's the E-mini Dow, because I just looked for some examples there as well. But recently we have been trading a lot the E-mini Russell. In the upper right, you see crude oil. In the lower left, you see the euro currency. In the lower middle, you see the bonds, and we recently have also been looking at the notes. And in the lower right, you see the gold market. So these are the markets that I like to watch and I like to trade. And the setup that we use here are range bars. So I'm not looking at 5-minute charts. I'm not looking at tick charts. I'm using at range bars. And I'm pretty sure that you're already familiar with it. I mean, if you have been to my website, there are videos about these range bars, what they are, the advantages of range bars. They're just awesome. I mean, just today I was talking to a few other traders here in the office. We actually had a few guests here in the office. We had, I think, 6 other traders. I talked to them about range bars this afternoon, and they all agreed it's an awesome concept. If you're not familiar with range bars, I will show you where you can get a video later on where you can see what exactly these range bars are. Anyhow, so in addition to the range bars, I like to use 3 indicators. I like to use the Bollinger Bands that you see here. I like to use the MACD, and I like to use the RSI. And we use these 3 indicators and the range bars to determine the entry and exits with the strategies that we like to trade. And let me just give you a little bit of background. So overall, there are 4 strategies that we like to use. It is the simple strategy, which is a trend following strategy, which again recently has been tricky. And this is why I want to show you the new strategy that I have been working on. Second, the boomerang strategy, which is another trend following strategy. Okay. Then we have the Seahawk strategy, which is a scalping strategy. And we have been using that recently a whole lot, and we'll talk about that. And fourth is the ping-pong strategy, which is a strategy for a sideways market. But right now, so it's a trend fading strategy. But right now, the market conditions are not really great for the ping-pong strategy. So therefore, we have been focusing on the first 3. However, as I said, a little bit of the problem with the simple strategy. I mean, today we see a perfect example. In the afternoon, the entry, according to the simple strategy, occurs rather late on this bar here, and it's not really a clean signal because we want to see a bar that is closing at or near the upper Bollinger Band. But right now, we don't want to talk about the simple strategy. We can do this maybe a little bit later in this webinar if you guys want to, if you're interested. Right now, I just want to show you what I've been working on. And this is actually based on Fibonacci. So, surprise, surprise, something completely different and yet the same. And I'll show you exactly how it looks like. So, Fibonacci levels. It's from this famous Italian mathematician, Fibonacci, obviously. I don't even know the first name here. And he has discovered that there's a series of numbers that seem to occur in nature, okay, and also when it comes to trading, where actually the market follows certain patterns. So let me show you right away what I mean. Whenever you have a quick swing, like here, you see you have a few bars where the market was jumping up, okay? You can use this Fibonacci tool, and usually you're looking at Fibonacci retracements, which say after a market made a certain move, you often see that prices are retracing to a so-called Fibonacci level. And let me just get rid of this arrow here so that you can see these levels better. And so the idea is that you're drawing these Fibonacci levels. It's a tool that pretty much every charting software has. So I'm sure that your charting software has this. I'll show you also in a minute where you can get this charting software here that I'm using. So there's a free trial available. I'll show this to you in a minute if you want to use the same tools that I'm using here. So if you draw this Fibonacci tool and you say the low that was established is a 0, and the high, the temporary high that was established right here is a 1. Let me just mark it with this arrow here. So this is the high that we are looking at. This is the low. And you see that there are different levels. And the levels in between the Fibonacci levels, so let me just probably edit this one here. The Fibonacci levels for the retracement are usually a 38.2 retracement. Then you have a 50% retracement. And you have a 61.8 retracement. And this is usually predefined in the tool if you're using it. Okay, and the idea is that prices, after they move up for a few bars, they retrace to this level, which they did. So this here actually is the 38.2 retracement. Now here's the deal, and here's what I've been working on, what I've been testing, where I show you many examples, and this is the strategy that I'm really excited about, in addition to the other strategies that we already have. Whenever we see that the market made such a move over 3-4 bars, and then we see a retracement to at least this 38.2 level, possibly even the 50% level. If after this the market is taking out the previously established high, which happens right here, let me just move it, that then usually the market moves towards the 38.2 extension. So in addition to these Fibonacci levels, we also have an extension, which is the 38.2% extension. And all these percentages are based on this initial move that has been identified. So let me show you how to trade this, and then we'll take a look at more examples. Okay, so after we have identified this swing here, which happened this afternoon, we want to see that prices are actually retracing towards the 38.2 or even the 50% level, and then push again in the direction of the previously established move. If they do, I want to buy right here, buy at the previously established high. Buy probably one tick above the previously established high. Okay, so right here. Then let me just move this over here so that we can all see it. Then I set a profit target right here, set a profit target at the, at the 38.2% extension. Okay? And the initial stop loss the initial stop loss is right here. So set the initial stop loss at the 38.2% retracement. Now, let me just move this over here. As this trade continues to move in your direction, okay, you would start trailing the stop. So what I like to do, as soon as I see 2/3 of my profits, so here this afternoon I was looking at 3¼ points. Okay, so as soon as I see the market moving 2 points in my direction, I would move the stop loss to break even, okay, to just protect profits. So here, this is a nice trade that occurred this afternoon. So let me show you a few more examples, and then I'm going to look at the questions here and see if I can clarify all this. Because yeah, the Fibonacci tool is a little bit tricky to use, but I'll show you how you get some help with this. So earlier today, we saw that the market was just moving sideways. Okay, so just moving sideways. What I'm looking for is when using these range bars, a move of 3 to 4 bars in one direction. So here we see 1, 2, 3, 4 bars in one direction. Previously, we have 2 bars here, 3 bars there. Okay, so here we have the first true move. As soon as we have, I'm looking at the high that has been established earlier. Okay, the high and the low, and I want to see that prices, after going from the high to the low, that they are retracing towards the 38.2 level. They didn't. See, here was the high, right here. Here was the low, right here on this bar. Okay, and I actually wanted to see that prices are retracing towards this level after they've established the low. They don't. So therefore, the retracement is not big enough. So that didn't work. Let's take a look at a trade from yesterday. Okay, so let me just get. No, actually, let's just continue here. Yesterday, trading session. So the market moved up, it retraced, and then we had this move down. 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. You see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. So we look from this high to this low, and we want to see that the prices are retracing towards this level. So let me mark this again. This is the high. So we're drawing the Fibonacci from the high to this low right here on this bar. And then on the next bar, right here, we want to see a retracement towards this level. And we do. So the idea now is to sell at this level. So sell at, I would say, a tick below. The low here is 1332.75, so 1332.50, and we can do this with a stop order, with a sell stop order. Okay, so then we would place our stop loss, the initial stop loss right here at this level. So let me show you. Here we go. So the stop loss at 1335.25. Let's mark this in red for the stop loss. Okay, right here. And then the profit target is at the 38.2 extension. So right here on this level, right here, there's the profit target. Profit target at 1330. Okay, is that correct? Yeah, right here. So this is the idea, and this would be the trade setup. Now we have just been looking at the E-mini S&P. You can use this in other markets. So for those of you who like to trade currencies, let's take a look at the euro currency. So today we see that the market first is going sideways. See? Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bars in one direction. So this is where we would draw the Fibonacci from right here to right here. We want to see that we get a retracement to at least this level and that prices are bouncing back up so that we can go long. It never happens. Do you see? It never happens. Prices are not bouncing back and we can't get long. But we see that now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we get several bars down. So now we try to do the same thing to the short side. So we're going from here, marking the low, and we want to see right here that we are retracing towards the 38.2 level. Let me make this here a little bit bigger, okay, so that you can all see it. There we go. Okay, let's actually make this even bigger. There we go. Okay, you see from this high to this low, we get the retracement towards this level, and we want to sell right here with the target of down here to 22.78. So selling at 22.94 with this target. See, the target actually never gets hit. The target never gets hit, but we're also not getting stopped out. So this is where usually after a few bars and we're going sideways here, this is where you would close the trade either with a small profit or right at break even, right? You see it's moving 2/3 our way. So we move our stop to break even, and we're getting probably stopped out at break even or break even and a tick. So this was today's examples. Let's take a look at yesterday. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So currency traders, yesterday, these yellow bars, this yellow background actually marks the beginning of the U.S. Stock market opening. So 9:30 Eastern time. And this is when I like to look at the markets. So let's zoom in to the times that I like to trade. So right here, okay, oops, that's too much zoomed in. Let me do this again. Okay, so we want to see a few bars moving down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars moving down. So we look at this. We want to see that prices are retracing towards 38.2 level, which they do, and then we would sell at 21.30. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you, okay, so that we look at the font, that you can all see the font a little bit better, so that you can see the numbers. Is this better? Can we see the numbers now? So let me just use this here as the default, then you can see the numbers. So going short at 21.30 with the goal of going down towards 21.15. Doesn't work. You see that we are making 2/3, so we are moving our stop loss to break even. So in this particular trade, we're getting stopped out at break even, maybe plus a tick. Okay. So look at another example and just go back another day in paradise, right? So right here, we see again, let me just zoom in. So right here, see 1, 2, 3 bars down. So we're going nicely down. We have the retracement. So let's see if the retracement is enough to fulfill our entry criteria. Sure enough, it is. Here you see it. So, oops. We're moving from this high of 21.23 to the low of 20.93. We are retracing here, and then we would sell right here at 2093 with a target of 2082. And right here, it's a little bit hard to see, but we are hitting this target here. So this is the 38.2 extension. Okay. Let's look at some other markets. I'm just looking at some recent examples here, and then as I said, I'm answering the questions here. Crude oil. Let's take a look at crude oil. Recently, really nice market to trade. So we're going sideways here. Today's session. Take a look at this. So we are, there we go. We are going sideways. See, nothing's happening here. Then we see that we have this push down. So let's take a look at this push down. Let me just get rid of this. Okay, we're looking from this high. Oops, didn't hit it. From this high to this low, and we want to see if we get a retracement towards the 38.2 level. Now this one here, as you can see, is a little bit iffy. I'm making this a little bit bigger. I'm zooming in. Okay, we miss it by a tick or two. So this is where, yeah, I'm not quite sure. I didn't take the trade here today because I wasn't watching that market during this time. I was looking at the mini S&P. So I couldn't tell you if I would really go short here. If we would have retraced towards 89.93 and then had a push down, we would go short at 89.65 and then take profits right here. And you see, according to the simple strategy, we would get a signal to sell here. But according to this new strategy, which for now I just want to call the Fibonacci strategy, right? We would get in early into a simple trade. And by the time we would get a simple signal, we are out. And I mean, this is what I've noticed recently, that the simple strategy trades that the market is not really pushing through. So I was looking for a possibility to get in a little bit earlier here. Does this make sense? Okay. Now, we can also take a look at other examples. Gold market here. So today, two things that happened here in the gold market. Let's just zoom in here a little bit. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I would actually wanted to zoom in. Here we go. So market was going sideways, then the market was pushing up. Fantastic. Okay, so this morning, here's what I was looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, nicely pushing up. We're getting a retracement towards the 38.2 level. We're getting even a retracement way further, but we never get the push above the previously established high. Can you see this? So this clearly wasn't then an entry signal. We didn't even try to go long. We tried, but never got the fill here. So now we have to turn this around. So we are seeing here now 1, 2, 3. So we're seeing a few bars going down here. So we can take a look at it. We take a look at the fib extension. Oops, didn't hit it quite. There we go. From the high to this low, we want to see if prices are actually retracing towards the 38.2 or even the 0.5 level, and then continue to push down. And they do. So here's a short sell signal with a target of here. And even if you're looking for the wider swing, if you're saying, okay, I want to at least see that the Bollinger Band is already pointing down, that's fine. So if you say, well, this is all sideways, this here is not really a down move, I agree. It's a little bit an ugly one. Okay, so why can't I hit this extension tool here? Let me actually go to repeat draw. There we go. Okay. So even if you do it from here to there, see, we're having a retracement, not quite to this level. We're missing a few ticks, and this is where I would use a little bit of discretion. And so if you say that this retracement is enough, would go short here. See, a trade according to the simple strategy occurs a little bit later, and this would be the profit target. So it doesn't really matter what market you're trading. I mean, this works in any market. So what about winning percentage and all the good stuff? as I said, I have, while being in Germany, been doing a lot of manual backtesting. I have been trading it live. And from what I've seen thus far, it appears that the winning percentage is well in the 60%. I mean, I've experienced on my little testing that I did here for many, many hours, going back, I don't know, probably looked at around 80 or 90 trades. I've experienced somewhat around 66, 68% that I was looking at. And again, I didn't take all these trades live. I was looking at the rules and strictly following the rules, what exactly would have happened. I have been trading it live. I have been teaching this in the workshop in Germany, and I'm planning to use this in my trading. Now let me answer a few questions, because this is why I thought I share this in a webinar, that you can ask questions and that I can address as many questions as I can to really show you how this works. And here's what I'm going to do. You know that we have a live trading room. Hold on. So you know that we have a live trading room, and I'm planning to be in the room tomorrow and most of next week. And after this, we'll see. And actually trade this and the other setups live with you. So if you are a member of our trading room right now, fantastic. Then I'll see you tomorrow morning, and we'll take a look at the markets live and see if we see live any examples. And if you're not yet a member of the trading room, I would like to invite you to come. And we do have a special link for you tonight. And then we're going back to the questions, which is rockwelltrading.com/room. And here's what we got for you. You can join the live trading room, and it's $97 a month. And what we want to do tonight to really entice you to come and trade this setup, this and the other setups with us over the next few days, few weeks, and hopefully a few months if you stay, that we will also give you online access to our flagship product, the Ultimate Day Trading System, which we usually sell for $597. And if you decide to join the room, you get full online access to the Ultimate Day Trading System here, and can take a look at all the other strategies that we have, so that you're prepared when you come into the room. You see, this is we have this offer for tonight and for the next few hours. So let me go back. It's Manny, if you could post this. Oh yes, I already did. rockwelltrading.com/room. We'll get back to this. So let me take a look at the questions and answer as many as possible here. And let's see. So first of all, Market is asking, what is the maximum number of bars you would take to make a trend? Minimum of 3. I prefer 4. Okay, so if you're looking back at the E-mini S&P trade of today, I like to see where was it? Okay, here that we have at least 3, preferably 4 bars. Okay, somebody's asking if I can you list the Fib levels again? Loy is asking here the Fib levels: 38.2 retracement, 50% retracement, 61.8, and then I'm looking at this extension. Okay, good. Is there really a big difference if we are using time bars? No, there's not. Actually, this is an excellent question, because I got it today. You see, there's not a big difference, because if you're using time bars, let me just get rid of this here. If you are using time bars, of course, you are getting, just want to remove this because I want to talk about the actual, oh, okay, about this trade here that I was actually doing this afternoon. On time bars, you're also getting this low, oops, this low, and you're getting this high. You're just probably getting, and you're getting this low. You're just getting a bunch of crap in between. Okay, so but you can do it on time bars as well. So that's a beautiful thing. You can do it on 5-minute charts, on 15-minute charts. You will get the same low, you will get the same high, and that's all you need, right? And you will get the same retracement. So there's no difference. Okay. So what is the risk-reward ratio? John is asking. I missed where you placed the stops. I placed the stops initially at 38.2 level. So initially it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Oops, that's not the one that I wanted to take. I wanted to actually bring up this drawing tool. Okay, so initially, what the heck am I doing here right now? There we go. Yeah, missed that. I don't know what's wrong with my mouse right now. But initially, John, I'm looking to place my stop loss when I break it out at this level, okay, at the retracement level. So initially it's a 1-to-1 ratio, but as we move up, I'll move my stop. And this is where I say, you know, this is all fantastic. This webinar is great to present you the overall idea, but it will definitely help if you can join us for next few days, next few weeks, and maybe next few months, where we can then trade together and look at the markets live. Okay. Good. Tony's asking, has there been any software updates since you released the NinjaTrader indicator or setup change? I don't think so. Let's focus on the FIB numbers for now, Tony, okay? And just email us at support@rockwelltrading.com and we'll get back to you, or call us here, okay? So George is asking, he's wondering if the other indicators, MACD, RSI, should be looked at when using the FIB retracements. I haven't, actually. That's a beautiful thing. It's not needed. You don't have to. You just look at 3 or 4 bars in one direction, and then you start looking for a temporary high or temporary low. Okay? So Chas is asking, what software do I need? Well, any software that has a Fibonacci tool in there, and I believe every software has. If you want to follow us in the room, all you need is GoTo. I mean, the same thing that we're using right now. We use this live in the room to place our trades. So you'll see us placing the trades then. Yes, and it is with real money on our real accounts. Okay. So how long will you have access to the online version of your course? Longer than the first month? Bruce, absolutely. As long as you're a member, you have online access. Okay. If you would like to get the DVD version, talk to Mandy. I'm sure that she can give you a great deal. If you say, okay, I would like to upgrade to the DVD version because I like to watch it, I don't know, on the beach or in your beach house where you don't have internet access or something like this, that's definitely possible. That's not a big deal. Okay. Okay, Jimmy is asking, after the initial move, could you position at 38.2 FIB instead of waiting for it to take out the swing high or low? That's a great question. So the question is, if I understand it correctly, could you actually start buying as soon as it hits retracement? So instead of waiting for the breakout, could you be more aggressive and start buying right here, hoping that it continues to go in the direction? You could if you're more aggressive. Personally, with this particular trading strategy, I like to be more conservative and wait until I take out the previously established high or low. But if you're more aggressive, you could start buying here, buy more there, and maybe place a stop loss here. So that is a possibility. Okay. And Thomas is saying the DVDs are also good if you want to watch on variable speeds. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So if you want to fast forward or backward, that's definitely good. Okay. So what else? Oh, I wanted to show you. Somebody's asking, where can you get the software? So if you don't have any software right now and you would like to use this software here, you can go to infinitywfutures.com, okay, And they actually offer you this Trade Navigator free for 30 days. And the reason why I'm directing you there is because they can also give you the live data, so that you have live data for this Trade Navigator, the software that I've been using. Okay, so infinityfutures.com, just go here, get started. Let's see, what do you need to enter? First name, last name, this is all optional. Phone, email, that's all you need, and then you can get a practice account with Trade Navigator. Okay, so you can do this. All right, so infinityfutures.com. If you don't have a charting software and need one, you can get a trial of this, including live data for 30 days, so that you can draw this. Okay, how do you set up the Fibonacci expansion? That's a great idea. That's a great question. It's a great idea too. You see, anywhere where you have a Fibonacci tool, whether it is in TradeStation or NinjaTrader or on AT charts, you can usually select what ratios you want to display. See here, the ratios that I would like to display is the 0 and 1 level, obviously. Okay. Then the 38.2 retracement, the 0.5 retracement, the 61.8 retracement, and then I want to see show the expansion, the 38.2 expansion. Okay, so this is how I set it up, and everything else I just omit. I mean, there's a bunch of more levels that you could show, but it just gets more confusing. So this is why these are the only ratios, and this is basically the ratios that you see here that I'm showing. So obviously 0 and 1 always, right? 38.2, 50%, 61.8, 38.2. Okay, if I can give you the link to the room. Yes, so the link to the special, rockwelltrading.com/room. So that's it. Let's put the text border around there. Let's make this a little bit bigger so that you can all see it if you're interested in this. And again, if you join us, I'll be there tomorrow morning, and we'll look for trading setups according to this in various markets, and see what's going on. And we'll also look at the other strategies. And this is why I mean, tonight this is really a great special, because you get instant online access so that you can already read about the strategies. So if you're joining us tomorrow and over the next few days in the room, you already know what we're talking about. If you're talking about, here we go. Okay, if you're talking about the simple strategy, the boomerang strategy, the Seahawk strategy, okay, so it definitely helps if you have this knowledge, and usually it's $5.97. And tonight, I really want you to come into the room, watch us trading, and would love to see you here tomorrow morning in just a few hours from now. It's a little bit more than 12 hours, and we'll be there. Okay. So Chris is asking, will this be recorded? Yes, this has been recorded, and we need to render it. We need to do some magic to the video. We need to upload it. So probably we can send this out somewhere tomorrow, probably after we close the room. Okay, we'll send it out so that you have it on the weekend and can review it. Absolutely. Okay, how do I get into the trading room again? What is the link? www.rockwelltrading.com/room. This is where you can sign up. Okay, do the fibs correlate to the Bollinger Bands standard deviation of 2? Not necessarily. Two different things, two different concepts, and we will still use the other strategies in addition to this. Okay. Patrick is asking, does it work in shorter time frames? I wouldn't go shorter than 5 minutes. If you insist on using minute bars, I wouldn't go lower than 5 minutes. Okay, I wouldn't go down to 3 minutes or 1 minute. Use 5 minute, 10, 15 minutes. That'll work. Okay. Your second retracement is really 138.2. Yeah, this is. It really depends. So the extension here is actually the 138.2 extension. To be absolutely correct, you're right. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, so I had this up there. I have this stuff up there. Okay. Whoa! Now I jumped all the way up. I don't know why I did this. So let's go back to the questions here. Thomas is asking, you look for consecutive momentum bars with no pullbacks. Yes, Thomas, that is correct. I want to see 3 or 4 consecutive bars with no pullback. As soon as I have a pullback, Thomas, I start drawing my Fibonacci retracements. Okay? Good. What time will the room open tomorrow? We are opening at 8:15 Central Time, 15 minutes before the markets open. Okay, so the room is open. Okay, room opening hours. Room open hours. It is 8:15 a.m. Central Time, Chicago time. Okay, 50 minutes before the markets open until 1 p.m. Central Time. So it's almost 5 hours every day. It's almost 5 hours every day. Okay, 4.5 hours, 4 hours, 45 minutes. There we go. Okay, let's see. Oh, Kim is asking a great question. Does it make sense to go for a bigger target? For example, going long, your bars are green and hugging the Bollinger Band. It is possible if you want to stay longer in this trade. However, I found that there's a very high probability to hit the 38.2 retracement. If you are getting too greedy, yes, every now and then we have these moves, as you see here, overnight, okay, but they are rare. It might be a little bit misleading if you're looking at this chart right now, because we had this huge move overnight, okay, where you see, oh, I want to stay in all this. You know that these moves are far and few in between. So the highest probability is hitting the 38.2 retracement. Okay. If you use range bars, there are no time frames. That is correct. Okay. If you are using 5-minute or more bars, you wait 20 minutes or more. Yes. Again, I'm not using minutes. I would do the same thing. I want to see that you have a move in one direction, as you do have here, okay, or in the other examples that you have seen, okay, right here. Let me just get this out of the way, okay, that you have a move in one direction. It's just easier to see on range bars, okay. It is just easier on range bars. Okay, Steve is asking, the next often extension is 162, exactly 161.8. Trail your stop, secure some profits, and write it to at least 162. And Steve says for the greedy trader. Yeah, if you want to be greedy, right? I mean, I talked to some traders about it today. If you have a strategy where you have a risk-reward ratio of 1-to-1, and you can achieve 60, 65, maybe 67%, you're doing good. Okay, don't be too greedy. Losses are part of the business. There's a strong correlation between the risk and reward ratio and the winning percentage. So just be happy with what the market gives you. There are many ways how you can trade the markets. You can modify this. Just use it as a trading idea. You can modify this idea and ride it to the next level if you want to. I will trade it exactly this way, how I've presented it to you tonight. Okay. So Jason is asking, I was part of the room for a long while and I was wondering if you, Markus, will trade more often. Yes. Okay, I can promise this to you right now. I will definitely more present in the room. This is a great thing, Jason. I mean, I'm glad that you're asking. This was the great thing about taking a vacation, taking a time out, and also seeing how much I miss trading. If I'm completely out of the market for just 2 weeks. I mean, it sounds kind of ridiculous. I've always been taking vacations, but I'm a big fan of short vacations, so I often just take 4 or 5 days off. I might take a week off, and then I'm back. And I must honestly admit I was a little bit burned out, but now I'm happy, and I'm really excited about trading with you guys tomorrow morning, and I'm excited about being in the room next week and the week after. And I can't promise that I will be there every single day, but definitely will be there more often and just trade with you. So I mean, at this point, I'll definitely be there tomorrow. I'll definitely be there next week. And after this, I will let you know what days I will be in the room so that you can plan accordingly if you want to. Okay. Try to be there definitely more often. Okay. So Lou is asking, how do you get the 138.2 on both sides of the fib you draw? I have the trade nav tool. Again, you're just looking at the settings. Oops. So you get the settings, and you're just making sure that you have all these ratios, and then you save it as a default. Okay? Do this as a default. Frank is asking if Raleigh is still there. Absolutely. Raleigh is still there. Mark is still there. We will all be in the room. Okay? And we'll trade together. So Jim is asking if it moves too far, 8 to 10 bars consecutively, is it too late to enter on a breakout? No, it is not. As long as this is the important thing. It doesn't matter how many bars it moves, as long as it retraces. So that's a great question, actually. Let me see if I find an example. See, if you have, let's just look at this smaller move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars. Okay, let's take a look at this bar, this move. It occurred in the overnight session, so I'm not trading it, but we just want to make sure that if you have a move like this, that you have a retracement towards this 38.2 level. So here, not enough. Let's see, if you get a larger move, you want to make sure that it retraces back towards this level. If it doesn't, yeah, it might already be too far out. I mean, here, obviously, this move has been going on and on and on. Let's maybe take a look at the gold or the crude oil market. Let's see if we find an example here where gold has been moving quite a lot. Let's take a look at this example here. Okay, so we're moving here. Again, this is happening overnight. And we want to see that if we go up there, we are retracing to this level. If we do, we're fine with taking out the high of the swing, of this little swing. Okay, we just want to make sure that we get a decent retracement. That's what the Fib tool is all about. Okay, let's go back to the S while answering more questions because somebody wanted to see this again. Okay, Raul is asking, excellent question. Do you consider other supports and resistance other than the pivot point and previous high and low? Not at this point, because if you do this, you can talk yourself out of every single trade. So you can certainly do this. You can find so many reasons not to enter a trade. Eventually, you have to pull the trigger. So just focus on the key levels here, Raul. So that'll definitely help. Okay, Anthony is asking, is a retracement of 61.8 too much? Usually, great question. Usually what you will see if it retraces towards the 61.8 retracement, that it doesn't go back up, that it doesn't take out the swing high or the swing low. Okay, but great question. Most often you see the best setups if it just retraces to the 38.2 and 50% level, so these are good, and then it continues to move in the direction. Okay, so will we send a recording of this webinar? Yes, we will. Lou says he doesn't see the reverse on mine. Look at the Fibonacci expansion, not the Fibonacci support and resistance, Fibonacci expansion. Okay. Steve is asking, let's take a look at gold right now. Let's take a look at gold right now. Sure. Why not? Steve is saying it's heading south. Well, not really, right? I mean, I have live data. Yeah. This is gold right now. We're at 1613. So yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we want to see a retracement. So, but let's take a look at it. It's a good idea. Always good to take a look at the live markets. This is why I'm asking you, please join me in the live trading room. Come and trade with us. Okay, it's easier. So here, we actually would like to see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we have 3 bars in one direction. So we would like to see that we get a retrace. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's do this, and let's take a look at the Fibonacci extension tool. So I'm not hitting it. So here, Okay. So we would actually, oh, that's a really short move. We would like to see a retracement and then a continuation. Here we're just talking about 1.5 points. That's not enough. I mean, that's not really cool. So that's not a good move. Let's look at the markets tomorrow morning. Okay, this might be much better and much more fun. So let's see. Get to go. All right, Rick. Oh yeah, Rick. Good to see you here. Okay. John. If I'm ignoring your questions, no. I mean, believe me, we had more than 2,000 people registered for the webinar. I don't even know how many are in there. I just see questions flying in, John, and I know that many people are asking the same question over and over again. So I'm trying to answer as many of the questions, John. Sorry if it appears that I'm ignoring your question. Okay, let's see. On oil and gold, what range bar would you use? Still a tick, bar cut? No, I like to use 20 ticks. 20 ticks on gold and oil. Okay. All right. Larry's asking, are these the standard Fibonacci numbers? Yes, they are. These are the standards. You can actually optimize it. I mean, you use the standards here. Okay. So Thomas is asking, in my backtesting, does this, what I found here in terms of winning percentage, include moving the target to only 138.2? Yes, Thomas, that is correct. Okay. Michael says, you keep saying 38.2 retracement, but it's 68.1 retracement. Well, this is just, I somehow screwed up my tool here. During my testing, I did that. But you see, if this is 0 and this is 1, this is a retracement of 38.2. You're right. I mean, my tool displays it incorrectly here, so I somehow screwed it up. I don't know how I did it. I got to fix it. But for me, it gives me the levels, and that's all I'm interested in. Okay. So John, thanks for asking a question again. Now I see it. Are the range bars different for each commodity or index? Yes, you see them here at the bottom of the screen. For the mini S&P, I'm using an 8-tick breakout. For the 6E, I'm using a 12-tick breakout. For the mini Dow, 16. For crude oil, 20. For gold, 20. For the bonds, 4. So these are the settings that I use. John, does this make sense? Oh, and say Mandy's also posting it. Pierre's asking, does this strategy work on a 4 range bar? Maybe, right? I mean, I'm using the range bars that we have always been using. I'm not changing it there. Okay. So George is asking, what are the ticks for the other charts? How many ticks for the TF, for the Russell? 16. Okay, 16 for the Russell. And that was that. Okay, if I trade also the Dow, mainly the mini S&P and the Russell. Okay, mainly the mini S&P and the Russell. Okay, does this work for Forex? Subin is asking. Well, we looked at examples from the euro versus the dollar. Yes, and I mean, I'm trading futures. This is what we do also in the room. We are trading the futures markets. But does it work on Forex? You have seen several examples that I had here that occurred in the euro versus the dollar, and it will. I don't want to say it will, but you will see similar things on other currency pairs. Okay. All right. How many range bar for NASDAQ? We are not trading NASDAQ. Okay. At this point we're not trading the NASDAQ. Okay, let's see if there are any more questions that I might miss. Oh, in your trading room, do you actually show live trades? Yes, we are trading a real account. The way how it works is that you see exactly where we enter. So we're doing it live so that you see exactly where we enter, where we place our stop loss, and where we place our profit target. It's not a demo account. It is not a simulated account. This is our real money, and you will see the trades as we place them, and you will see the results. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. You'll see it all. Okay. All right. Kevin is asking, so the market needs to be moving sideways before the Fib strategy. Well, what I would like to see, again, 3 or 4 bars in one direction. Okay, 3 or 4 bars in one direction. This can happen if you look at the ES, if you have a V reversal. So here, see, the markets have not necessarily been moving sideways here, but they sharply turned around. So that's good enough. Okay, Kevin, does this help? All right. Which index is used, the 4 range bar you mentioned earlier? Chris, I'm just using the 4-tick range bar on the bonds. Okay, on the bonds. Okay, good. Stephen is asking, is there a trial for the live trading room? No. I mean, honestly, you know that there are many rooms out there that cost way more. I mean, here it's just $97. I mean, I believe that this is pretty affordable for every trader. And again, if you don't like it, no tricks, no gimmicks. You can cancel any time. You can just let me know. I'm done with it. I don't want to do this. I think it's an awesome package. And think about it. It's 4 hours, more than 4 hours every single day, 5 days a week. So that's 20 hours a week. So we're talking about 80 hours a month, probably even more, for 97 bucks. It's $1, what, 50 an hour? I mean, seriously? Are we talking about $1.50 an hour? No, all right. So I thought so. Okay, good. All right. Yeah, no worries. No, I mean, it's okay that you ask. Yeah, no. You don't have to apologize. It's a fair question. Okay. Chris asking, did you use this strategy this week in the room? Actually, I just returned from Germany late Tuesday night. I was still jet lagged on Wednesday. This morning, I looked at the markets. This afternoon, I was taking this trade live. Okay. And so this week, I have not been trading a whole lot, but I'm ready for the markets tomorrow, and I'll be, as said, in the room next week. So we'll trade this and the other strategies live in the next few days. Eugene is asking, so $97 is the price per month? Yes. Yes, that is correct. That is the price per month. Okay. Good. Can you use Ninja 7 or just Genesis? Scott, you can use any charting software. It's not a big deal. You can use Ninja, you can use AT charts, you can use TradeStation, you can use Genesis, you can use Thinkorswim, you can use multi-charts, you can use eSignal, it doesn't matter. A Trade Navigator is just the charting software that I like to use, okay? And I've used all of them. In fact, I'm still looking at all of them because we're supporting them. So I'm very familiar with the other packages, and it's just that I feel most comfortable with this charting software. But you can use any; it doesn't really matter. Okay, you don't have to use Genesis. Mike is asking an excellent question. Do you find this strategy work better in certain hours of the day? Mike, you know what? It seems to work extremely well in the first 2 hours of trading, and here's why. So this strategy basically looks like this. You have a sideways market, okay? Then the market is moving in one direction first. It is reversing, and then it continues to move in this direction. You see especially this kind of pattern, we usually have in the first 30 minutes of trading. So we're coming into the market from the overnight session as we did here. The market is going one direction or the other. So bulls or bears are trying to take charge. So here, let's say the bears are trying to take charge. The bulls are coming in trying to reverse this. Sometimes they win, sometimes they lose. If they lose, this is when we want to enter. So it seems to work fairly well in the first 2 hours. This is what I've observed. Does it work in the overnight session? Usually not, because the overnight session is rather quiet. Okay. What is the market on your rightmost tab? It's a spread. It's a spread. Okay. I've been looking at the spread recently. So nothing too exciting there. So this is just a spread between gold and crude oil. So that is this market. All right, I know that we are at the end of the session. If you guys want to stay and ask a few more questions, that's fine. We can stay another 10 minutes if you want to. I mean, there are so many questions coming in. And I'll be happy to stay another 10, 15 minutes to answer as many questions as I can here. Mike is asking, this is probably true because of the institutional orders at the opening. Yes. Okay. So Wayne is asking, the true cost is actually $3.60 per trading day. Oh, okay, you're talking about the room. Yeah. 21 trading days per month or 90 cents per hours based on 4 hours per day. Okay, thanks. I think it sounds like a reasonable deal. Okay. Okay. Rick is asking, can your charting software be downloaded to work on TradeStation? Yes, it can. Yes. Tommy, thanks for the feedback. Would you use this at the opening of the market in the first half an hour, Larry? Absolutely. Gerald is asking, do you always start measuring from the most recent price reversal, never from the middle of a large move like the bottom of the first retracement? No, I really want to see turning points in the market. So I found it to work best if you're looking at turning points at the market, Gerald, okay? All right, Donald. Oh, yeah, Donald. He says, I'm the one in Houston with a house. You were interested in buying to rent out. Yeah, I remember. Okay, Ralph. Okay, time to go to bed. Grüße aus Deutschland. Greetings back, Ralph. Thanks for joining us. I know it must be, what is it, 3 a.m. right now for you. You definitely need to go to bed. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Scott is asking, can it be downloaded in Ninja 7? Absolutely. Rick is asking, how would I do that? Contact Mandy. Absolutely. Mandy is a great person to contact, to talk to, ask all these questions. Okay. Can you download the software on Thinkorswim? Yes, you can. Okay, have you ever used AvaTrader? I can find range bars on it. Patrick, I have not. Okay, Philippe is asking, could you briefly explain how you identify the market is sideways so you can trace your Fibonacci? Again, just look for 3-4 bars move in one direction. If you don't have 3-4 bars in one direction, you have a sideways market. You can also take a look at the Bollinger Bands. You know that I'm a big fan of the Bollinger Bands. If the Bollinger Bands are just going sideways, you're in a sideways market. The Bollinger Band starts, if the lower one starts pointing down, you're slipping into a downtrend. If they're pointing up, if the upper band is pointing up, you're slipping into an uptrend. So use the Bollinger Bands or just go with the 3-4 bar count. All right, good. All right, so a lot of people are saying thank you, they have to leave. I know it's getting kind of late, especially for my friends in Europe. I feel with you. Thanks a lot for joining us. I also believe, I don't know, what time is it right now in Australia or somewhere in Asia? It's probably already late or early in the morning. I guess I covered most of the questions. If not, please contact us. You know our website, rockwelltrading.com, and there's a contact us right here. You can chat with us live. You can call us. You can email us. There's a lot of things that you can do. Send in your questions if you have any. Preferably give us a call. We would like to talk to you on the phone. Yes, we pick up the phone. I don't know if the phones right now, we might have already an answering service picking up right now, but call us during normal hours or shoot us an email and we'll get back to you, promise. If you want to join us, I'll be in the room tomorrow, and if we look at the time right now Central Time, it is 8:10, so in 12 hours and 5 minutes, we will open the live trading room. And I'll see you there, and we'll look for opportunities, and let's trade together. And this is where we have also way more time to talk, because we have 4 hours every day. Wayne just did the calculations, 21 days. So we're looking at 84, 85 hours every month that we can talk about trading ideas, answer all the questions regarding platforms. Okay, what is our phone number? So let's quickly do that. Let's bring this up one more time. Contact us. Phone number 866-467-0747, or if you're local, 512-553-0835. You also find this right on our homepage, right up here. This is where you can contact us. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope that this was helpful. I hope to see you in the trading room. Take advantage of the special offer where you get online access to the ultimate day trading system, to all the videos. I believe we have 35 videos in there explaining strategies, explaining money management, explaining trading psychology. Yes, this is a shameless bribe to get us to join, to get you to join us in the room, because I think that you will greatly benefit from it. And I would love to trade with you and would love to continue talking to you. You all have a great night. Whatever you decide to do, all the best in your trading, and I hope that that you make a lot of money with trading. Okay, thanks, and bye-bye.